أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أفمن يتقي بوجهه سوء العذاب يوم القيامة وقيل للظالمين ذوقوا ما كنتم تكسبون كذب الذين من قبلهم فآتاهم العذاب من حيث لا يشعرون فأذاقهم الله الخزي في الحياة الدنيا ولعذاب الآخرة أكبر لو كانوا يعلمون صدق الله العظيم. These are ayats from Surah Az-Zomar, the ayah number 24 and 25 and 26. In the ayah number 24, Allah Azza wa Jal starts as أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. Is he then who confronts with his face بوجهه سوء العذاب, the awful torment, سوء العذاب يوم القيامة, the awful torment on the day of resurrection. There is someone in the day of resurrection, he is under punishment of Allah Azza wa Jal, and he is trying to protect himself, يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ, to protect himself from the fire, from the flames of the fire with his face. What does it mean? Why doesn't he use his hand? Or why doesn't he use his legs or other limbs? It's clear that he only can protect himself with his face. His other limbs, his hands and legs, are already closed. Allah Azza wa Jalla put him under the punishment, and he tries to protect himself with his face. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. Very big calamity from the Allah Azza wa Jal. Look how it is severe. Look how it is bad position. Imagine someone in that situation, يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ, tries to protect himself with his face. بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, the awful punishment of the day of resurrection. Some people will receive this punishment. The destination of some people will be like that. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. In this ayah 24 from Surah Az-Zomar, Allah Azza wa Jalla puts the end, the two kind of the end, the ultimate end of the human being. It will be two kind, two different consequence for human being. One of them is like the situation of this person. He is under punishment of Allah Azza wa Jal. And notice that there is no one can punish like Allah Azza wa Jal, like the Creator. No one can punish like Him. فَيَوْمَئِذٍ لَا يُعَذِّبُ عَذَابَهُ أَحَدٍ. No one at that day can punish like Allah Azza wa Jal. He is إِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعَذَابِ. Allah Azza wa Jal has severe punishment, has severe torture. If he punished someone, then there is no any helper for him. And when Allah Azza wa Jalla punish, it is very severe, very painful torment of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Some people likes to consider the Creator all merciful, without any punishment, without even any asking, why did you that or why did you this. He is too merciful, and so they do what they like. And at that point, the rule changes. Allah Azza wa Jalla becomes the one who should endure whatever his creatures do. And the creatures become like God. They can do whatever they want. No one can ask them. No one can limit them. Is it true? Can it be true? So there is no way to imagine Allah. There is no way to imagine the Creator all merciful without any punishment. Allah can punish His creatures. But Islam, but Quran, but the Creator informs us that He does not punish His creatures in a way without any real reason. He does not inflict any wrong to any His creatures. It is the justice. That is what we need. And that is the perfect consequence. We need the justice. And if we reason, if we use our intellect, we should reach such a consequence. We will understand that the Creator must ask some people, why did oppress? Why did do that? Why did you oppress that person or did many wrongful deeds? The Creator should ask. If He does not ask, if He does not punish, it doesn't mean only asking. There should be punishment. The asking only does not cost anything to the creatures. May Allah ask. Ask me more, ask me more. If there is no punishment, what does it mean asking? So there should be punishment. If you have and imagine about the Creator that He should not punish. He is all merciful. Allah Azza wa Jal will deal with mercy to all His creatures without any exception, whatever they did. No, this is from Shaitan. This comes from Shaitan. مَا غَرَّكَ بِرَبِّكَ الْكَرِيمِ. Who did deceive you? The Shaitan deceives the people. He says to them, do whatever you want, Allah will forgive you. Allah is more merciful. So He cannot punish you. He cannot punish you. He cannot endure when you are in punishment. He will save you. Don't worry. This comes from Shaitan. And the people, when they reach to this stage, when they become free from the punishment of Allah, when they become not considering about any punishment regarding Allah, they lose their taqwa, they lose their fear, they lose their awe of God. And at that point, these peoples turns to tyrannies, turns to oppressors, become to do sin and sin and sin, more sins, because they had already lost their fear. and now they become doing whatever they want. So it's clear that the Creator should punish some people, should limit some people, should revenge some people. It's clear. So no need to consider that He is pure mercy. Those people who thinks about the Creator that He is pure mercy, when they read these ayat, they cannot understand. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. Some person in a severe punishment. Who is punishing him? The Creator. How can He punish? And in a severe way like this. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. We do not think about this issue by our feelings. We should consider about it in a right way, in justice. Dhulm, the oppressors, should be limited, should receive their punishment. When someone oppresses you, do you not think that you should revenge of him? Or some people, or the man, or the authority, state should take your revenge from him? Do you not feel that? Is it true or not? If no one take the revenge from him, then he will continue to oppress the people. He will oppress your mother, your brother, and he will do more and more, because it doesn't cost him anything. So the important thing here, the important concept here is the justice. And be sure that Allah is al-adl, Allah is just. So therefore Allah should punish. If He does not punish, He cannot be just. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. And the fear of the person, the fear that Quran mentions in many ayats and encourage us to have more of it, to protect ourselves, to have taqwa of Allah, comes from the punishment of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Yes, we fear, we have awe of God, we fear Him. Why? Because He can punish, and we have already many mistakes, and we are not sure that did He forgive us or not. So we should fear of Him every time. We do not have the guarantee that He had already forgive us. So we should fear Him, but at the same time we love Him. We want Him to give us the paradise, to forgive us, and to give us many gifts in that life. We love Him because He is the only reason of our existing, of our being. He is the creator of the heavens and the earth. He has the most favor over us. If He did not create us, no one even had known our names. أَوَلَا يَذْكُرُ الْإِنسَانُ أَنَّا خَلَقْنَاهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَلَمْ يَكُ شَيْئًا. Or in another ayah, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. He was not something mentioned. No one can name even His name. If Allah Azza wa Jal didn't create you, your parents wouldn't ask the Creator, why didn't you send that person? They wouldn't know your name. So Allah is the one who gave you this life as a gift, who gave you these favors in this life as a gift. So we love Him. all of these favors from the Creator, but at the same time we fear of Him because we know that He is just, and so He can punish. And we have many mistakes right now. Till now we have committed many sins. So we fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. We have the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. We fear of His punishment. So the mu'min has these two feelings, both of them in his life till the end. And all of the ayats, either the ayats about the hellfire and the ayats about the paradise, both of them encourage these two feelings, our fear and our hope. No one should pervade the other. Both of them should be at the same level. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. So we should use this ayah in order to encourage our fear, in order to increase our fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ. Allah informs us that some people will be in punishment in that day, and their hand and their all limbs are already closed, all are already tied, and they are at the punishment. The flames of the fire comes over them. ذُوقُوا مَسَّ سَقَرْ يَوْمَ يُسْحَبُونَ فِي النَّارِ عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ. At that day, the day when they dragged on their faces, يُسْحَبُونَ, they dragged, عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ, on their face, فِي النَّارِ, into the fire. ذُوقُوا مَسَّ سَقَرْ. And it will be said to them, they will be rebuked, they will be humiliated, and they will be said to them, taste what you used to earn. ذُوقُوا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ, or ذُوقُوا مَسَّ سَقَرْ. You touch, you touch, feel the touch of the fire. ذُوقُوا, feel or taste. مَسَّ سَقَرْ, the touch of the fire. The fire touches them, the flames of the fire touches them, and it will be said to them, taste the fire. In an ironic way, they will be rebuked through this humiliation. يَوْمَ يُسْحَبُونَ فِي النَّارِ عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ ذُوقُوا مَسَّ سَقَرْ. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. The awful torment of the fire, he confronts it with his face. Is he? Now we learned about the one who is under punishment of Allah Azza wa Jal, and we tried to imagine ourselves in that position. No one have the guarantee to be not at that position. If you feel in that way, you will lose your fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. No. Yes, you are believers, but it doesn't mean that Allah Azza wa Jalla will not punish you. It doesn't mean that you will keep your iman till the end. It doesn't mean that Allah Azza wa Jalla will accept your iman. You should be able to imagine yourself at the mid of the hellfire, at that position, in order to have that fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. You should try whatever you can in order to protect yourself from Allah Azza wa Jal, in order to have the taqwa of Allah Azza wa Jal. مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. What can you do? Use it to have more taqwa of Allah Azza wa Jal. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ حَقَّ تُقَاتِهِ. Fear Allah Azza wa Jal. protect yourself from Allah Azza wa Jal as much as Allah Azza wa Jal deserves that taqwa. Allah Azza wa Jal deserves too much taqwa because He has too much punishment and we have too much sins. So we should have more fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. Imagine someone has no fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla. If you are the creator, would you like him? He doesn't fear of you, he doesn't respect you, and he does not fear you. He does whatever he wants. But at the same time, you are the one who provides them whatever he needs. Will you like him? Is this something logical? Does it make sense? No. It's wrong. Allah will not like that one, like we do not like those people who does not have fear about us, or our children. If he does not fear about us, if he do whatever he wants and do not fear about our wrath, any kind of fear, any kind of respect. So through this ayat we should try to increase our taqwa. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ. And this is not only something for us in order to use to improve our taqwa. No, it is real. It is real situation. It will happen as Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned. So we are not talking something not real. It is real. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي. Some people will receive that punishment at that day, and we could be among those people. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. I believe that the fear of the Creator and the knowledge and the awareness of the punishment at some times is the only way can keep us from the sins. No matter how may you want or you desire the paradise, one day you can do some certain sins in this life. But if you have the fear will keep you much more than the hope. The fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla will keep you much more from the sins than your love to the Creator, than your hope of the Creator, for gifts of the Creator. Because the fear is stronger feelings than the love, than the fear. Or maybe we can say that the fear of the punishment is more active or more useful in order to keep the slave from the sins, from the wrong deeds. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. And that day, in the day of resurrection, is he then who confront the awful punishment with his face. We will compare this person with whom? With the others. Like in the ayah, أَفَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ أَهْدَى أَمَّنْ يَمْشِي سَوِيًّا عَلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. Is he who walks prone on his face, مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ, أَهْدَى, more rightly guided, أَمَّنْ يَمْشِي سَوِيًّا, or he who walks upright in a straight way, على صراط مستقيم. Which one of them is better? فمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أهدى أم من يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم. And in the likeness, or in the person in the ayah, which Allah Azza wa Jalla, in the description of the person in the ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla says about the first one, who walks prone on his face. It does mean two things. Maybe at that day, at the day of resurrection, he will be dragged on his face, like in the ayah which we mentioned, يَوْمَ يُسْحَبُونَ فِي النَّارِ عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ, those who will be dragged on their face into the fire. Maybe we can understand the ayah in this way. فَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ, he walks prone on his face. So it's kind of punishment. Or we can understand it in this life. He does not use his legs to walk. He takes the issues from the end. He does not use his limbs in their ways. For example, his eyes in order to receive the truth, and his tongue in order to talk, to utter the truth, and his ears in order to receive, to understand, to hear the truth, his legs to walk, and every limbs in their way. This is the right way, as in the ayah, أَمَّنْ يَمْشِي سَوِيًّا عَلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ, who walks upright in a straight way. But the other one, as if he walks on his face, he takes every issue and makes it 100% back. He makes the white black. He makes the truth wrong. He takes the wrong as truth and remains the truth as wrong. أَفَمَنْ يَمْشِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ. We can understand the ayah maybe in this way also. And even if we understand in this way, in that way, there is no difference, because those people who will be dragged on their face are those people who did not take the issues in right way when they were living in this life. They didn't receive the truth as Allah Azza wa Jalla gave them the ability to receive them. They didn't use their abilities in this way. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. And in another ayah, there is the same comparison. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, أَمَّنْ يَأْتِي آمِنًا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَفَمَنْ يَأْتِي مُكِبًّا عَلَى وَجْهِهِ أَمَّنْ يَأْتِي آمِنًا خَيْرٌ أَمَّنْ يَأْتِي آمِنًا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. Or maybe I read the ayah. Anyway, let me give the meaning. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, the one who comes that day and receives the punishment and goes to the hellfire is more better, or the one who comes at that day آمِنًا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, insecure at that day, and the angels deal with him peacefully, and he wants to meet with his Creator, and the angels welcoming him Salamun alaykum tibtum khalidin. Very, very beautiful way. They will come at that day, and the angels will welcome them, and they will be dealt kindly, and the other people, look what will be happen to them. They will be dragged on their face into the fire. Which one is better? Make your choice. All this comparison comes from the ayat, wants us to make our choice. It's not only wording to be read in some places, it's ayat, and through these ayat Allah warns His creature, and the people before us have finished their lives. Now we are under test. Allah Azza wa Jalla tests us. We are in very critical period of time. Look what is before us, what waits us. It may be very good, and it may be very, very bad punishment. So the consequence will unfold according our choice. So Allah Azza wa Jalla in these ayats says us, make your choice. Which one of them you want to be at that day? Take your decision. What do you want? What do you want to receive at that day? Do you want to receive the truth in this life and obey your Creator and acknowledge that you are a slave of the Creator and acknowledge oneness of the Creator? Or you live as you want without any fear of the Creator, as if you are master of your life? Make your choice. أَفَمَنْ يَتَّقِي بِوَجْهِهِ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. They will be rebuked in that day, and it will be said to them, وَقِيلَ لِلظَّالِمِينَ. They will be said. Allah Azza wa Jalla in this ayah 24 mentioned about them. Who are they? He described them. They are the ظالمون. They are the ظالمون. They are the oppressors. They are the ones who didn't take care of any limit in their life. They did oppress themselves. They did oppress their neighbors. They oppressed the humanity. They are the tyrannies. They oppressed their Creator by not acknowledge Him. This is very big dhulm. This is very big oppress. Yes, the creature can oppress his Creator. How? If he overlook Him, if he deny Him, there is no big dhulm than this dhulm. This is very big oppress to the Creator from His creatures. If you do not acknowledge Him, if you deny Him, then you oppress Him. Those who oppressed, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, do not feel any mercy towards them. They are the oppressors. When you see them at that punishment, you will rejoice. You will say, it's very, very good. Today the oppressors received what they deserved in the life. Everybody in this life, I believe that, felt some kind of feelness someday in his life. Maybe he saw an oppressor and he desired to see him one day, that punishment about his oppress. That day, the day of punishment, the believers will rejoice. about the oppressors, for that they received the punishment they deserve. وَقِيلَ لِلظَّالِمِينَ. So Allah Azza wa Jalla describing them. If you do not want to be among those who receive that kind of punishment, so be aware. Beware the dhulm. Beware the oppressed. وَلَا تَمِيلُوا فتمسكم ولا تركنوا إلى الذين ظلموا فتمسكم النار. Do not go close to those who are الظالمون, oppressors. If you do that, if you are close to them, then the punishment, the fire will touch you automatically. The fire touches those who close to the oppressors, let alone the oppressors themselves. The fires touches those who are close to them. Think about the oppressors, what the fire, how the fire deal with them. So Allah Azza wa Jalla, the Creator, prohibited us from the dhulm. We cannot oppress anyone. Allah Azza wa Jalla made it haram between us. You cannot oppress anyone without true, real reason. You cannot do anything to anyone. بغير الحق. If there is no true, real reason, you cannot do anything. You cannot punish anyone. You cannot torture anyone. And you cannot oppress your Creator by denying Him, by overlooking Him. You cannot do that, oppress also. You do not have that right. So be aware the dhulm. Beware the dhulm. Because Allah Azza wa Jalla punishes them in a very cruel way. وَقِيلَ لِلظَّالِمِينَ. It will be said to those who oppress, ذُوقُوا, taste. I think it's an ironic expression. ذُوقُوا, taste. Taste the fire, taste the torture. ذُوقُوا, taste ما كنتم تعملون, ما كنتم تكسبون, whatever you used to earn, taste it now. This is the consequence of your action. Allah Azza wa Jal does not inflict any wrong upon you. This is the reflection of your action. This is the consequence of your action. And Allah Azza wa Jal does not punish more than your action. ذُوقُوا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْسِبُونَ. What were you earn, what you used to earn. Allah Azza wa Jalla said earn. It's better than saying مَا تَعْمَلُونَ, what you used to do. Because earn, it means the action and the intention at the same time. You want to earn, to do that intentionally. ذُوقُوا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْسِبُونَ. Taste what you used to earn. One day we were watching TV and my small girl, we noticed someone at the TV torturing a slave maybe or somebody at the film, historic film, and at that point my small girl, my small daughter, felt mercy toward that person who is under punishment and said, what a cruel situation, what a cruel man does this punishment. And after after a while, we learned that that the one under punishment is a very cruel man. He did many sins, many wrong things in that film. For example, he I do not remember exactly, but maybe he killed some people or some childs. At that point, when she learned that he was a very cruel man, he felt peace about that situation. She said, okay, this person deserved that punishment. This is the feelings of the just. This is the feelings of the just. And that day, when Allah Azza wa Jal He will punish the zalimun, the oppressors. And they are the ones who really desire that punishment. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.